Okay, let's get started. Hi guys, my name is Anthony and welcome to the news of Oceania Football. Today I'm with a very, very special guest with me. And would you love to introduce yourself, please?
So I'm Mikaël Roche. So I'm former Tahiti national goalkeeper.
Okay, great. And thanks for being here, being on the channel. My first question is that what made you passionate about football?
Everything started with my grandfather and my father who were playing football too. So I was naturally going on the pitch when I was young.
Yeah.
And all started like this, yeah.
Okay.
I think most of the boys.
And what made you decide to be a goalkeeper, basically?
Good question. I think maybe I got something that is going wrong here.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. It's linked maybe with the personality, you know?
Yeah.
So to be a goalkeeper, got a special personality, and to be a striker, got to be different and have another personality. So maybe it was the place I was more confident and all my skills and mentality were fitting best within. I wanted first to be a midfielder, you know.
Okay. Wow.
And so I tried when I was maybe like 8, 9, and and you know you had to run too much, so it wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. And could you explain how did you start your career, basically, your beginning of your career?
So I played in Tahiti from the age of 6:30 till 17.
Okay.
In the same club,
yeah.
Tahitian club, and then I've been scouted by Monaco.
Yeah.
Yes, Monaco in French Premier League.
Yeah.
And so I've been to the second team of Monaco.
Okay, whoa.
For one.
Oh, wow.
And so it wasn't a success for me. And I tried to find other clubs. And being so far from my island, from my family, was the first time. And I think maybe I wasn't mentally ready for that.
Okay.
So I ended the idea of being professional.
Yeah.
And got back to my studies and went back to university.
Okay.
And so I have had an amateur career. But I think the journey was quite good.
Yeah, a successful one, I ain't gonna lie. A successful one. And you played the loads of clubs in Tahiti, like for AS Dragons and other teams in Tahiti.
Yeah.
Was it like, how can I say, was it up and down, like very stressful, like you keep changing teams in Tahiti, like?
At first, I was playing a club that is called JT.
Yeah.
It means Young Tahitians, and it's a family club, you know. The father, the husband of not my grandmother, the mother of my grandfather. I don't know how to say that.
Okay, so
he created the club.
Okay.
So it was my family club, you know.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a trainer in the club. My father played in the club.
Yeah.
So naturally, came in that club, and I was just not thinking going somewhere else in Tahiti.
Okay.
Then I moved to France, and when I came back, I get back to that club. But it's a small club, and the club didn't have great ambitions.
Okay.
And coming from Europe, I was still young, and I wanted to play in higher level. So that's why I decided to move. And so I firstly moved to Dragons.
Yeah.
And it was, I guess it was a nice choice because I won everything with that club. I stayed there nearly 6 years, and it was 6 successful years with great participations in the Champions League. We had a great team, and during that time, the team from Dragon was like more than half of the national team,
Yeah.
So it was really, really good. And then I was on. We didn't talk the same language at the end with the president who changed.
Yeah.
So I moved to Tefana.
Yeah.
And it was a successful choice too. So.
Yeah.
And here in Tahiti we got a small championship, and we don't have lots of good clubs.
Okay.
So the performance of the clubs really depends on which player are in the clubs. So if you move just 2, 3, or 4 players from a team, it just can change the whole performance of the team.
Oh wow! And
so it's quite tricky because you want to keep the hard club.
Yeah.
But if you get ambitions, you have sometimes to decide to move. So that's the choice I made. Is the best because I'm really linked with the family thing,
Yeah, definitely.
But ambition was stronger, so I needed to move and go in the competitive teams.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the next one is that what is Tahiti football like? What's the style of play and the culture? What's it like over there?
We are identified as tough players. Every time we play, it is said that we are tough and organized and disciplined, which I wouldn't really say.
No, I do see it. No, I do see it. I do see it. When I see like your team plays, especially in the Champions League, you got a never give up attitude.
Yeah. And we still play with in the good side of aggressivity,
Yeah.
Big impact players.
Yeah.
We are not the best skilled players. If you go to Solomon Islands I would say Solomon Islands got the best technical players. But I think we got the more balanced players, I would say. Like, not that bad technically, and quite organized. And for sure, the mentality. Our surname here is Tuaito, which means the Iron Warriors.
Okay.
So I guess the name Warriors we have to make it.
And also, how playing in the OFC Champions League is like, the experience, everything.
When you play in Oceania, it's the highest level you can reach. So you meet there all the best players of the Pacific Islands.
Yeah.
So I think every players in Oceania should have that competition as a goal.
Yeah.
So, because if you want to improve yourself, if you want to get better, you need to play against the best.
Yeah.
So for clubs, the best is the Champions League, and you have to go there, you have to play there, you have to face other football styles, other mentalities, other kind of players, and it really helps you grow as a player, you know.
Yeah. I think, and the next one is, I think you might get this everywhere. Probably every interview is your national team, your success with your national team.
Say again?
Your success with your national team. That's based. I think you get that everywhere. Every interview you get is basically based on your success with the national team. And I think,
but we're so happy to talk about that.
I think the first one we should talk about is 2012 when you won the Nation Cup. How did that all feel? Basically, that was the first one.
I still got chicken pox.
I watched it the whole tournament. I watched it. I was shocked. I was so shocked. Like, you shocked us all, especially in the Oceania, that you came and you basically, obviously New Zealand was the favourite, but you came here and you done the impossible, and you're like the first team beside New Zealand and Australia to win a Nation Cup. And I think
was like, what the hell? It's not Australia, neither New Zealand that won. What's wrong?
And like, I think that point was the changing point of Oceania football. I think you started that changing point, basically.
I would say for me, no.
Okay.
For me, the main change came from the Champions League when PNG won the Champions League.
Okay,
first. Yeah. I think for us, it's been like, okay, it's possible. We can do something. They are not unbeatable, New Zealanders and others. So I think somewhere in our mind, that green light just came, like, and we can do something. It's possible. We had. I was talking with guys just last day about the winning in Nations Cup, which it's gonna be the 10th anniversary of our victory next year.
Yeah.
And what comes every time is that we had such a great group which was living good, having fun. I think we took the competition on the good side, like something fun.
Yeah.
We needed to fight, but we had a fun group. We had good living group, and maybe that's a key point of the success. So we had good players for sure. You don't win without good. And some of the coaches were good. We had a French coach, which was my colleague at work.
Okay.
Which is fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he gave us that mentality, that fighting spirit.
Yeah.
On the higher level, that the one we had. He was obsessed, really obsessed with winning.
Okay, that's good.
And he was obsessed on tactical points. And I've learned, he was Dragon coach when I was there too.
Okay.
So he was the coach in the national team.
Yeah.
But we got to be honest, a lot of things came from him.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from him. Yeah, I have to say that. And I think he was a key point on the victory. And I would remember in the South Pacific Games, which was the year before.
Yeah.
And we were playing against. I will say that with all the respect I have with that team, we were playing against Kiribati.
Okay. Yeah.
So we need to win with 16 goal difference to qualify to the semifinals.
Wow. Okay. Whoa.
And you know how much we won? We won 17-1.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Wait.
17.
So wait. How do you? How? I'll just say how.
Yeah, it was incredible. So when we started the game, it was like, okay, guys, we got to win with 16 goals difference.
Mm.
And I think the guy who ended the more tired, who ran the most, is the assistant coach.
Yeah.
He was running on the line. Come, take the ball, run, take the ball, fight, go, run.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. And I think that he gave us the strength and the mentality to go like this, go,
Yeah.
fight. And I think, all started from this period.
Yeah.
So when we came to the Nations Cup, we built that fighting spirit.
Yeah.
And when we arrived in Solomon Islands and we were watching the game, New Zealand wasn't on the didn't how do you say that, gave us the confidence they used to give.
Yeah.
And we were really confident on our qualities.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't felt that very much, but that tournament, we felt like we could beat every team in the Oceania. And we were not afraid of taking whether New Caledonia or New Zealand in the final. We were like, we can take everybody.
Mm.
In that tournament, we are strong mentally. Tactically, I think we were maybe the best team of the tournament. So we were, okay, give us every the team you want, and we'll go to the fight.
Yeah, and the next success is 2013, the Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
Now tell me how that experience was like.
Oh man, it's insane. Totally crazy. For amateur players, living this, just it's more than a dream. You don't. There's so much professional players that will never ever live that.
Yeah.
And us amateur players from us lost in the middle of the sea, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We came there with the best players in the world.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, okay, to keep my eyes open and just take everything. We were treated like superstars.
Yeah, I saw it.
Rockstar.
I saw it.
in our country, you walk in the street and nearly nobody just look at you.
Yeah. Oh.
And there, in Brazil, I would say in the football, it's the football country. It's a religion. Football's a religion in Brazil, and you play in the football church in Maracana.
Yeah.
And everybody just treated you like, FIFA organization is the same for every team.
Yeah.
And they don't care if you are Spain or Italy or Brazil or Tahiti. You get the same consideration. And it was like, okay. So Iniesta, Xavi, Pirlo, Neymar. So they were treated like Mikaël Roche, Nicolas Vallard. I was like, what the hell?
And I think that the first match when your player scored, that sent shockwaves to everybody. It was crazy. I was celebrating. I was like, yes. I was screaming. I was like, yes. And I think that shocked the Nigerians we were playing against. That's even scared them. They were shocked as well. Like, wait, who's this team?
I remember Enyama, the goalkeeper, Nigerian goalkeeper's face was like,
yeah.
what's happening?
Yeah.
at that moment, the score was 3-0, so we came to 3-1. And I think they were like, oh, no, we don't have to make that mistake. So the world is going to be shocked. And so I think when we scored, we were like, hey, guys, maybe we can just keep that score like 3-1, just perfect. And that unfortunately, so we got 3 more, but it's like a win, scoring against the best teams in the world is like winning a game for us.
Yeah, definitely. And how was it playing?
When we played against Spain, for example, every time we had the ball and every time we came just close to the Spain goals, it was like, we scored. Every time we tackled, we got the ball, it was a goal.
Even the fans was cheering. Even the Brazilian fans was cheering as well.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and like then obviously, I think you swapped shirt with Reina as well.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, did you just go ask him to have your shirt? And he just did.
He came to me.
Okay.
He came to me because I can say it. I can say it now. I'm old man, so I can say it. I was crying.
Nothing wrong to be crying. Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong crying.
And crying because all the emotion, like positive emotions, for being there, for being in that Maracana Stadium with 82,000 people playing against. At that time, they were the best team in the world. Yeah. They were twice world champions. They were European champions. It was like there was nothing better than Spain at that moment.
Yeah,
with all those crazy players, Xavi, Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, and David Villa, and all those guys. And we're like, wow. And I think since I put shoes on my foot, I just wanted to live that kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that moment at that time. So I think that emotion was really strong, gigantic.
Yeah.
And on the opposite side, I just had 10 goals on my on my nets, and you can't be happy as a goalkeeper to have 10 goals, Even though you play the best team in the world, 10 is 10, man.
No, but you tried. Like I seen the match. You tried. You made saves. Like you made saves.
And I just end with the story, Reina, and just so he came to me, and he saw that I was a bit disappointed by the results. By the way. And he told me, he said to me, hey, man, listen to me. You know what? What we've just lived, the two of us, nobody will ever take it from us. He said to me, man, look, you played in the Maracana. I played in the Maracana. Casillas is on the bench. I played that game in the Maracana, man. So be proud of it. And nobody will ever take it from you, from your story, from. So you said to me, you entered the legend, and that's forever.
Yes, you did.
Okay, he told everything in just few words.
You are a legend. You are. Look what you did. I know. You did what you did in a short space of time. Yeah, especially with the national team. Yeah, you won everything in Tahiti. You won the Nation Cup, and you did something, and also you did something special in the Confederation Cup. You played in Brazil, despite the goals on the score line. You were there. Like few people in your position don't have that.
Sure.
Because they don't leave the island. They never go out.
That's true.
And I think
That's true.
that's the kind of like, how can I say, very frustrating for me, who watches like Oceania Football, who doesn't leave the island, got so much talent.
Yeah.
And obviously you hear stories, they go abroad, but they come back in a month's time because they don't feel the country, they miss family, and they come back.
Yeah.
But I want them to see success abroad because there's so much more. And I
I
want
totally
to,
agree with you.
because I see more in Tahiti as well. Like, you lot are talented players, like, especially with beach football as well, soccer, beach football as well. You have so much talent
Yeah.
as well. And that's why I want to see
Yeah.
you lot abroad. Not just stay in Tahiti, just go abroad. Put your name even more on the map as well, to show France as well. Look, we got these players,
Yeah.
like...
It's true. That's true.
And
But you know what difference? A player when I was in Monaco told me.
yeah,
He was like, "Man, what are you doing here?" I was like, "What? What are you doing here?" I was like, "Man, I'm like you. I'm trying to be professional." What the hell? You live in paradise. You live in the best country in the world. Why do you want to leave your country to come in our shitty country?
Oh my God.
I was like, he's not that wrong.
Yeah.
It's not that wrong. And maybe that's one of the things that we got to work on with the kids, with the young players.
Yeah.
Because in Tahiti specifically, we got everything.
Yeah.
We got peaceful life. We got socially, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Economically, quite okay. Even though we have poverty, we got families living in hard conditions.
Okay.
We cannot hide that. But I think life over here, it's peaceful, you know?
Yeah.
So, why would you fight to go to somewhere life is harder?
As I say, like, maybe move abroad for career-wise.
Yeah.
But for something else, it's probably to stay in Tahiti, obviously. Family life, yes.
The key point is ambition.
Yeah.
What's your ambition? What do you want to success?
Yeah.
If you just want to be the champion of your neighborhood, okay, but do you want more? And I think the question, do you want more, is not often with the yes answer. No, it's okay. It's enough for me. I'm the champion of my neighborhood. I'm the champion of my island, and that's it. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the island way of thinking. So I think we can't blame that. It's part of our culture, you know, our mentality. But when we got a player that wants to go in a higher level, then we got to do everything to help him, to push him. Because you're right. You got so many talented players all around Oceania. And we got to help them, and the first way to help them is to give them good coaches, good infrastructures.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I agree on that, yeah. Because I don't want to see that, like, as a goal as a waste. That's the thing. But you're right for saying that because you stay in a peaceful country where there's no problems, and just winning a league title there is enough, like, for players as well, like.
And you know, we live in a Pacific Islanders. We got a long story, a long cultural story.
Yeah.
And it's an islander mentality, and we cannot take that away, because everything we do we do it with the European vision.
Yeah.
And when we analyze things, we must never forget that islanders are not Europeans, so we get to focus on things differently.
Yeah.
We got to things on different ways.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. And what like, do you see Tahiti like qualifying for a World Cup or challenging for a World Cup?
Do you want a supporter fan answer, or do you want an objective answer?
I know you're gonna say the objective is like no, but
I'd say by the time I think we are not on the top of the wave.
Okay.
We mostly are on the bottom of the wave.
Mm.
It's generational. You know, we had a great generation of players.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we're a bit like this, I don't have the answer why, but I feel like the skills of the player are less good. Tactically, the teams are less good. I would say I'm 38. I will go 39 at the end of the year. And when I still play, and when I see the championship, I would say, yeah, I could play till 45 or 50 if the teams still play like this. I wouldn't say this 10 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel, maybe it's because, you know, I'm old and grumpy.
No, but like...
But I feel like the level has a bit gotten lower.
Okay.
And yeah, we got to work on that. The clubs work on that. The federation's working on that. So they work harder on the how do you say that? On the to build better coach.
Yeah.
You know, it's the key point. If you got bad coaches, you can have talented players, but you don't make them grow the way they should. So they work harder now on the coaches building.
Okay, that's. Do you think the Tahiti League is growing?
No.
Wow.
No.
I thought you'd say yes. I thought you'd say a little bit yes.
I would say no, and unfortunately, I think it's getting low. There's no recognition of what we did here.
Yeah.
With the president of the clubs, with the members of the federation. It's like today. It's like we did nothing. They really don't have recognition of the incredible thing we did. So players that could still play for the national team.
Yeah.
Some they say, no, I don't want to go. Because they don't treat us good. They don't respect us. They got some problem of relationship with some coaches. It's like you've been successful, and you take everything and just put it in the trash.
That's whoa, and that's really bad to hear. Like that's really sad to hear. Like you built something and they don't want to build.
Really hard.
Yeah.
You could have used the experience of that players. You could have take them as leaders for the team. And the thing is that, oh no, you know what? These players have a strong personality.
Oh, man.
And have strong personality.
They don't like it, yeah.
They don't like it because you make them think about their weakness.
Mm.
And people just protect their position. And when some people come and make them realize that they have got sometimes plenty, sometimes just few weakness points, they don't like it. And they prefer putting you on the side and say, okay, I'm still okay, instead of saying, okay, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I need other people to organize the things. So it's better to hide than to confront your weakness. And I think a lot of club staff, like presidents and all those guys, they don't work on the football development. They work for themselves.
Mm.
So if you think about yourself, you don't help the players, the young players, to grow. You don't help the football to grow.
Yeah.
And you got too selfish. At the end of the line, the football is not successful.
That's really bad to hear, like, because why just use that success? Yeah, go on.
Some people try to make things move forward.
Yeah.
I don't put everyone in the same basket.
Yeah.
But some people try to do. But when you have people that goes like,
yeah,
from moving forward, it's difficult. I will say I got just a little story about my former club, like JT. I told you about at the beginning. I went back in JT last season because they called and say, okay, you are 37, you are an experienced player, you played abroad, you played national team, blah 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 blah. So we need your experience, your help to help the team grow, and help us leading to the success we want to have.
Yeah.
Because in 2023, the club will be it's going to be 100 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
So they said, okay, we want in 2023 to be champion. So build a team during 4 years, and so we want you to be the key of that building through success. I say, okay, I accept the deal. So the team was like in the last teams of the first divisions was fighting to stay in the division.
Yeah.
I say, okay, I let's go for that deal. I'm going through that challenge. And so I was like, okay, we need to change this. We need to perform more on that. We need this. And at the end of the season, they were like, oh man, you're too ambitious for us.
What?
What the hell? I'm too ambitious. They said, yeah, you played in Europe. You played in the best team here. You played in the national team. So you want to be here. And we are here as a club. I was like, so if I want the club to come from here to here, and step by step, maybe coming there, I'm too ambitious. I didn't hear crazy things like this very often, but it's like, oh man, and say we don't need two ambitious players like you.
What?
I said, okay, so talk to me just like this just once. Bye bye. And so I came back to Tefana this season because my former club, my family club, didn't have the ambition to change. They want success, but with no change.
Yeah.
No building things, and it's like, hey, just go on the fairy tale and just go on your bed, sleep, close your eyes, and dream of your success. Otherwise, it would never happen.
Oh my God. The more I'm hearing it, the more I'm hearing these stories, is more like this is the thing what's declining Tahiti football and Oceania football. When you got these certain people, like they want that they want the ambition, but
Yeah.
they don't want the ambition. Like they don't know what they want. Basically, they don't know how to.
I can tell you, they want success,
Yeah.
but they don't want put money. They
Yeah.
don't want to put energy. They want to change the way they work, the way they think. And you say, hey man, it's been 15 years, 50 years, 30 years. You have no success because your method is not good.
Yeah.
And you still don't want to change, but you're still asking for success.
Yeah.
There's something wrong in your mental organization, man.
Yeah. Do you see that in also in the federation as well?
Yep.
Wow. Just straight yes. Wow.
Yep. And you got some people that worked there for so many years.
Yeah.
And they were not the reason of the success. And the success we had was too big for them.
Mm.
And they didn't have the shoulder to support that and to use that as a positive energy, positive wave
Yeah.
to grow faster and stronger.
That's
And those people still work in the federation. So as long as those people will work there.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's disappointing though, because I'm thinking, why am I doing this work? Players doing this work. I'm doing this work to get Oceania on the map, but let people know about the region. It's not like a forgotten one. And you got these people. You got these.
I'll give you a secret.
Yeah.
Before we went to the Nations Cup, the one we won in 2012, the executive committee didn't want us to go there.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not kidding. Because it was costing too much money.
Oh my God, this money business.
So they didn't want to spend money on us. And even though there's a lot of things I would not approve, but nearly one man just said, no, it's Nations Cup. We need to get the team to Solomon Islands. He was the president.
Yeah.
Everybody in the executive committee and some other people that are not well known for their mentality and their they didn't want us to go. So when we went there, maybe it helped us because we said the federation doesn't support us. So we are the team, the play, and the technical stuff. That's it. We are in a bubble. And if we get success, it's just for us.
Yeah.
And when we won the Nations Cup, we didn't celebrate with the federation.
Oh wow.
Because we didn't forget.
Yeah.
I'll say you spit on us, and then you want to say, "Hey, congratulations!" No, it doesn't work like this. So we didn't forget, but they were so happy when the money came. You know, you got qualified for the Confederation Cup. It's like, I don't know how many $1 million you get.
Mm.
And then, they were happy that we went to Solomon Islands.
Oh my God.
that's why I tell you, we don't have the recognition. I just put something on the social media, just asking the federation, hey, next year it's going to be the 10th anniversary of our success.
Yeah.
Is there anything that will be organized?
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting.
Oh, wow. I think that's the case in football. I think money rules over football. It's just by business people, basically.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you need money to build a stronger team. The more money you have, the better you can build your team. You can see in clubs with Auckland City.
Yeah.
They like 8 or 9 times the Champions League. So every time they have been able to build a stronger team, have stronger methods to build better coaches, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So the stronger you get, the stronger you got.
Yeah.
And more. Also, the difference between the others, the gap is just getting bigger. And if you want to build competitive teams, for sure you need money. That's you can't go another way. You need more medical staff. You need more equipments. You need more travels to play against former teams abroad, etc., etc. So yeah.
Oh, wow. And what would you say is the best league in the Oceania at the moment?
Oh, I've never played in other leagues, so naturally I would say the New Zealander.
Okay.
Because the team is the stronger one in the Pacific Islands.
Yeah.
I can't talk about things I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
I can see New Caledonian players are really skillful players.
Yeah.
So we used to have a lot of Caledonian players coming in Tahiti to play.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, during the last 20 years. And for a few years, there's nearly no Caledonian players coming here to play. Oh. It's a good sign, knowing that maybe nowadays they don't need to come here to have better championship, so they can stay home to be more competitive.
Yeah.
And nowadays, New Caledonia is sending much more players abroad than us, and that's a sign of the progression.
Yeah, definitely. And the last one is just, what is next for you, personally?
I still want to play.
Yeah.
I feel like I still have the legs, and so as soon as I can play, I will play. But I'm attracted with the coaching.
Okay, yeah.
And since I was young, I've always wanted to fill the gap that we had with the high level.
Yeah.
At first, I wanted to build a goalkeeper academy.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I've been able to play high amateur level. I've been able to be scouted by a French professional team.
Okay.
But all this with nearly no goalkeeper training. You know, my father bought some books
Yeah.
and took me during the Sundays to exercise, train for me. I had and he's not a goalkeeper, so, and you know that just a goalkeeper can train a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Because there's things you get to feel, there's things you get to see, and if you did being a goalkeeper, you miss a lot of things. So I've been to that level with few, and I will be always I will always be thankful to my father to have done this, because if I'm here, if I got that success in some way, he's responsible of it. But it wasn't enough to be professional. So when I was in France, I was like, I need to do something for all the goalkeepers, Tahitian goalkeepers. To be better, to be stronger. So I'm still asking myself whether going through the goalkeeping training, specifically, or going to the general coach.
Do both?
No, because if you want to be in a high level, you get to specify on things.
Okay.
And to be perfect with the goalkeeper, you get to be just focused on him, on them. And the coach, the main coach, the head coach, got to focus on tactical things, and you get to build a team. You know, there's the play, there's the technical team. You got to have good assistant coach. You got to have a good how do you say that, a fitness coach, and so it's a team. Success comes from a team, not from a man. So I'm thinking about all these things, but definitely be sure you're gonna see me again.
Yeah, definitely. I think you make a great goalkeeping coach if you go that line. You will make a great head coach as well if you go down that line as well. Because you got because you got so much, like,
you have to think where be the more efficient for the kids and for the men. Then when I will train the men, will I be more efficient on goalkeeping or on head coaching? And I got to think about that. Where does the football, Tahitian football, where do they need me the more? You know?
I think yes. In my opinion, yes. Because if you become a head coach, they need that knowledge and the wisdom, and they need someone outside, not in with this right now organization, this people who don't want to have ambition, and you got the ambition, the drive. So people need you to teach them that, to install that, because you can change the way of Tahiti football is.
I hope.
No, I know, not a hope. I know you can do that. Because you got all that experience with all the clubs you played for, and you done it professionally as well. You done it with the national team as well to success, especially going to Brazil with that experience where many kids and people would dreamt of.
Yeah.
And I think in telling them that story will put more belief into them. So me personally, I say head coach, because you can make even more of an impact there. That's
maybe.
That's me personally. That's just my opinion. No, but sorry to take up your time. I know this was only possibly short, but But thank you
That's
for
okay.
doing this interview.
It was good talking.
And is there anything you want to say as well?
I would say the same thing I say to my students, because I'm a sport and physical education teacher.
Yeah.
The only limits is the one you put yourself.
Yeah, facts. No, that's facts.
So if you push the limits, it's just coming from your mind.
Facts. Honestly, I can go all day talking to you. Honestly, I just learned so much. Honestly, yeah. But thank you for doing this. Honestly, take your time out and doing this. Honestly.
My pleasure. It's always a pleasure talking about the Tahitian football national team. You know, we are ambassadors.
Yeah.
Of three ambassadors of our football. So we always do it with a lot of pleasure. And thanks for asking me to do it.
No, it's a pleasure for you doing this interview. Thank you, and good luck for this year, and whatever success will come, and it will be a success. I know that for sure.
Yeah, and I would say, like, I think it's Mandela that said it. Whether I win or I learn. He said everything.
This fact, oh my God, I could listen all day, but thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on and take the time out, honestly.
Okay.
And thank you.
Thank you very much.
You too, and see you.